Bro, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Yeah. Babe. Yeah. Hey. I just wanna touch the top. Baby said that she in love and she don't love a lie. Been chillin' with all the birds, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the suds is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good. I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle it without the trusting. Yeah, I can see the top, I wanna touch it. Yeah, we been getting money, no discussion. Now I don't let it top, but shorty always get the fussing. Yeah, hey, I like to cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on her. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on her. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on her. Yeah, and I'm sliding. Shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end. Yeah, to the nice end. Yeah, to the nice end. I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love was all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Something Brody couldn't stand for, it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the edge of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the GOAT, but I will never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like I'm Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good and it's the best side. I remember.
People of the world, people of the world, people of the universe, welcome back to Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 3, Episode 25. We're bringing you 3 sports with 3 people. It's as simple as that. McDilly, Tyco, and the Wander. And we're here to cover the football recap. We're here to talk about puck, and we're here to talk about basketball. That's what you're here for on your Wednesday. Speaking of this Wednesday evening, I was going to ask Tom.
I have a question to start off this podcast. Why did you send me MLB stuff? We're not talking about that?
Oh, yeah, it's true. I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up or not because we're only doing these 3 sports. So if you threw them in, I was going to talk about them. And if you didn't, then we weren't. I was going to leave that completely up to you.
All right, well, I did. So you got me.
Well, then shit, we got 4 sports. It's even better.
It's all there.
I think we should just get right into it.
Yeah, all right. I'll start it off. Let's kick it off with a kickoff indeed. Let's start with the NFL Week 10 review. I think let's start backtracking first and start with Taylor Heinicke and the Washington Commanders adding to the collection because down go the birds. Taylor Heinicke posted on his Instagram story after the game the new pair of kicks that he will be getting because if you didn't know already, Taylor Heinicke gets a new pair of Jordans every time he beats a new team in the NFL, and he makes sure that it's their color scheme. Green Bay Tigers one was extremely ugly.
That's great.
But yeah, let's talk about this, huh? The down go the Eagles. For the second year in a row, the Washington Commanders beat the undefeated team in the NFL.
They're good underdogs. They're good when everyone's looking at them to basically do nothing.
I feel like they're Vegas' team.
And yeah, exactly. They're Vegas' team. They're almost Vegas' team. Vegas' team is the Falcons.
Bro, you know how much money? You know how much money? No. The Falcons are fucking Vegas because they keep winning. Do you know how much money was put on the Eagles, bro? There were some absurd bets that got put on the Eagles that lost because the Commanders won. And that's why Washington is Vegas' team because they are giving Vegas all the money that was on the Eagles.
Okay, yes. That's very true. But, my biggest takeaway of this game was Philly's defense. What the fuck happened?
They were out there too long.
All right, Jesse, I'll let you give your breakdown because all I have to say is that defense was
they had to play I think it was like 30 plus minutes of defense. It was an
The time of possession was completely like one-sided.
Yeah, they
Washington doubled Philadelphia's time of possession in the
when
game.
they run the ball 49 times and have 20 or 18 third downs. Those are long defensive plays to the degree where they just got tired. I think they were out there way too long, and the offense couldn't click after AJ Brown. He was playing, but at the same time, I didn't really see him doing anything anymore after he had kind of messed up and rolled his ankle in the first quarter.
Nah, he didn't do shit. Quez Watkins was their leading receiver. He wasn't doing shit. Terry McLaurin balled out there. We played like scary Terry, 130 yards. Come on now.
Because that team is better with Heineke.
Well, I was going to say, it's because Heineke and Terry, that is essentially the main offense, because when Carson Wentz played, he was throwing to Jahan Dotson. He was actually their leading touchdown guy. And then Curtis Samuel was their leading guy for yards. The second Heineke has now stepped in, he has just shifted that bitch right to Terry, because that's where he feels comfortable. And it's worked so far. So if it keeps working for him, he's not going to stop. That's what I've noticed.
Look, the saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it doesn't seem like it's broke. So there's no reason to fix it.
I agree 100%. I got nothing else to say about this game.
No. All right. Bring us into the next one.
All right,
I
next
think
game
we
I
had like
got.
5.
Next game I got is it's fucking game of the week, game of the year. Let's just rip it off. Bills, Vikings, 33-30. We'll start with you, Jesse.
Oh my God, bro! You got to start with the game-changing play. You got to start with the fucking Josh Allen fumble. That's where it all went downhill.
It was crazy because I was watching the game and then I was at work, so I see the game happening, and next thing you know, the Vikings don't get the touchdown. I'm like, dog, damn, that's game. I go into the cooler. I walk back out. I see the Vikings got 29 points, and I'm like, dog, yo, what happened? They like, Josh Allen fumble, touchdown. I'm like, excuse me? And then shit just kept rolling and rolling. And that game just got phenomenal.
It got to the point where Josh Allen couldn't win it because one particular thing happened that Josh Allen just can't get past, and that is the game went to overtime.
The game went to overtime.
That is his kryptonite.
But you got to give it to Josh. If the injuries that were reported are true, the man fucking played pretty damn well for his arm hanging on a sling. I don't understand how he had the game he did. Kirk Cousins, though, he threw that bitch 50 times and had 350 yards. So he came to play too. But the one guy that me and Tyler both unanimously said into the fourth quarter is America's Player of the Week is Justin fucking Jefferson. Player of the Week.
Bro, man's went
10 receptions, 193 yards, a touchdown, and a one-handed catch in traffic, and he was essentially their entire team. But the thing that I pointed out to Tyler is every catch that he's made today that has been clutch or put the team on the back type scenario, it's been in coverage, it's been in contact, nothing's been open, and he's created those plays himself with Kirk. So, unbelievable.
I hopped on our Twitter myself to personally tweet at Odell Beckham Jr. to let him know that there's a new greatest catch of all time, in my opinion, because that was better than the Odell catch, in my opinion.
I can't agree.
The ability for his hand to wrap around for a little bit and hold that, never even getting close to the ground to make it look like it might have hit, ripped it out his hands. Beautiful.
I can't agree, but here's one thing I'll say. Both catches, I don't think will ever be duplicated again.
No, probably not.
But they're the easy.
I just think that OBJ had a lot more separation when the ball actually came.
It sets up a good debate.
Justin Jefferson was hounded.
It was the fact Odell was pulled down, and then next thing you know, the three fingers.
He came back up. Yeah, to go backwards.
All right.
Dog.
Does anyone else have anything to say about this game, or we're going to roll on the next one?
Nah. Everything before that moment.
We only got a couple.
Doesn't matter.
What up, Jess?
Do we feel like the Vikings are true contenders? Do they get the respect now?
I think that the Vikings are going to get eliminated in the NFC Championship game to the Buffalo Bills.
That's not possible. But all right.
Hey man, Lions can run the table, make the
Or to
wild
the
card.
what do you
Watch
call it?
out.
Philadelphia Eagles. My bad. I fucked my words up. But moving on to the next game, we only got a couple more because there were a lot of blowouts this week, a lot of predictable ass fucking games, and yeah, a lot of spreads that were hidden. So next game we got is a game just because Jeff Saturday and the fucking Colts, they come into Vegas, and it was a wild ass game. He gets a W. Okay, so here's the thing about Jeff Saturday. This man, a couple weeks ago, tweeted that the Raiders are ass, then proved it by, with no coaching experience, went on a team and then beat that team at home to the point where Derek Carr is now crying at the press conference after the game because he's so frustrated because he thought with Devontae Adams and the way his offense is looking this year, they're finally going to be good, but they're 2-7.
That's why they hired him as the coach.
Jesse, you were a Raiders fan. I don't know if you still are. So, I mean.
I am. And you know what's the worst part about it? You know what's
the boat is sinking. You hit the iceberg.
We're so broke of an organization, we can't even get rid of Josh.
We can't fire him. We're too broke.
He just started.
And we couldn't afford another person if we tried.
He just started too, and it's going
Devontae
so
got
bad.
20 yards and a tutty. Good for him.
That game was bro. The week before, the Jags come back. Then you come in, you're like, oh, Jeff Saturday. Smacks your ass around. He put Matt Ryan back in. And they balled.
Damn right they did.
Rawr.
Raiders, man.
100%. All right. Next game. Packers, Cowboys. I don't understand
Man, fuck them Cowboys, bro.
I don't understand it, but this just made me hate. This has made me more mad at Green Bay because you lose to the Jets, the Giants, the Lions, the teams that, some are good, some are bad. Most
What are you
bad
saying?
than good. And then you go to the fucking Cowboys that are 6-2, and you beat them, and you just consistently stay in the game when you should be down and out.
Oh, come on, Dylan. Mind you, Washington beat Philadelphia.
I understand, but
That also happened this week.
I just hated that the Packers.
Tampa Bay beat Seattle.
Because this is like their America's rivalry or whatever the fuck, and and I know this felt so good for them, and I guess this is their W on the season, but fuck Green Bay.
I'm still not impressed. I mean, Christian Watson obviously had the best game that he's had to date with 3 fucking touchdowns, but I don't think that Christian Watson is going to be that fucking guy.
I don't.
He was a nice prospect. He was a very good prospect.
Oh, for sure.
College.
Can you imagine if Aaron Rodgers showed up to fucking training camp? If they probably would have had a better connection beginning of the year.
I actually, he's the one person that I'm not faulting yet, only because I haven't seen anyone consistently do anything on that fucking squad besides Rodgers.
Watson got an ankle
I
injury.
saw Rodgers.
He's injury prone
against Detroit.
No.
He got healthy and got concussed. I feel like you can't injury prone people for concussions.
Nah, not for concussions.
But then he did get a hamstring, but now he's back. It was all in the same leg. We lost Dylan due to death by connection.
I don't know. Like, I still got him, but, like, he pretty dead. Like, he hasn't moved. He's pretty frozen. All right, we'll try to figure that out.
Cowboys are fraudulent when it matters, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, hey, they're fraudulent enough to where it's breaking down Dylan's entire system. But upset alert that I believe, I don't know if you called it, Jesse. I don't know if you were thinking the way that I was thinking on Sunday, but the Steelers upset the Saints 20-10. Saints were coming off a short week. This was the Steelers' week to win, and they beat a good team in the Saints. So good for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Good for you.
Najee went down.
Yeah,
a little bit. Jaylen Warren's feeling
that's tough. Dude, we had so many injuries this week too.
So many.
I mean, at least I did. I know Zach Ertz is out. Cooper Kupp is out.
Dallas Goedert's on IR.
Goddard's on IR. Yeah, Kupp's on IR. Fucking. I'm in the hole. But I think there was No, I'm not talking about the Cardinals and Rams battle of the backup quarterbacks. But hey, Rams fucking lose another game, so the Lions pick gets just a little bit better. We'll take it. We'll take it because right now the Rams pick is better than the Lions pick. Right now we're picking like 8th.
There's no way in hell that the Rams without Cooper Kupp can win a game. I don't think so.
Bro, right now they have Wolford as their starting quarterback and no Cooper Kupp. So clearly I picked up Van Jefferson on fantasy, but
Man, Wi-Fi is big bugging. Oh my God.
You are sideways.
I am sideways.
You are all the way sideways.
Jesus. All right. What are we talking about?
We were discussing the battle of the backup quarterbacks real quick, just talking about how the Rams currently are drafting before the Lions at the moment. I was just talking about how the Rams pick, since it's the Lions pick, currently is better than the Lions pick.
Yeah, I took Cardinals money line. I took Cardinals money line with you, Ty. So I'm glad that shit hit. That's all I really gotta say.
Yeah, bro. Let's just face it. Rams are
But
bad.
I'll keep it real with you guys. When I found out this was the battle of the backup quarterbacks, my interest in this game went down. So on Red Zone, I was only paying attention to the Packers-Cowboys game because I didn't think that game was going to be a game. Same situation with the fucking Colts and Raiders. So this was just the third game that happened to be on. Anyway.
No, I really couldn't agree more.
Can we slide it over to college now? Or does anyone else
let's
have
slide
any
it over
other
to
game
college.
they want to touch on?
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
Everything good there.
Wow, I'm surprised that I was able to get to this.
Oh, I would like to mention this real quick.
Okay.
I may or may not be 31-11 the last 3 weeks with all my NFL picks combined.
You got mine too, right? Because I'm right next to you, motherfucker. We were
I
doing
don't
this
know what
shit
yours are.
together.
I don't know what yours were.
Oh, buddy, jump ship. Just so you guys know, I am 29-13, but he doesn't want to give me any credit.
I didn't know what yours were, so I did not type them out.
Well, I am 29-13, and my.
But you just physically, verbally said it to everyone, so now they also know. It's not hidden.
Well, we're riding. That's all
We
you
are
need to
riding.
know.
Even though
Georgia
one of us is now
blowout,
better than the
Ohio
other.
State blowout, Michigan blowout. Yep, that's how it was. Let's get to a game that actually fucking mattered. Texas, TCU, number 4, number 18. TCU, I've been riding them all year. They continue to win all year. This was not the TCU that I'm used to seeing. They normally, they wait to get down by like fucking 10 points, and then they just go crazy in the second half offensively. This game was a defensively game, all game. Very, very low-scoring game. Ty, what do you got to say?
And I was just upset.
Bye.
That was it. I didn't have TCU, you know that. I wasn't supporting TCU in this one. I was on the opposite side of the spectrum.
I took the
I didn't
spread,
get to watch it, but
and the spread hit, so.
I know. That's where I was on the opposite side.
That's the one thing that I've been shining at lately is college. I don't know. I haven't found a college touch in my life in football.
Central Michigan -10 tonight. Take it.
Am I
-10 against Western.
Am I going to get 200 more rushing yards from the QB?
Maybe 296, 3
Maybe I
touchdowns.
will. Jesse, you got anything on this game? TCU, Texas.
Man, I'm surprised this game still got TCU a 4 ranking.
Who do you think was going to knock them out?
I just thought that the performance they gave, they might have dropped them down.
But that would mean that someone would have to take.
Nah, they have to lose for that.
Maybe.
But they have to lose.
Yeah.
At this point, they have to lose.
Because I'm not going to lie.
I think
to you,
they're
Ken.
in as long as
I'm
they
not
don't
putting.
lose.
I'm not putting Tennessee in the 4 over TCU just because of like how I said they haven't lost a game, and I mean they're fucking 7-0 in their Big 12, and they've beaten 3 ranked teams. So
Yeah, they got to
They're
lose
really
at this point. But at the same time, if Tennessee over here turns around and wins the SEC, it's hard not to put them in. So I don't know. It's really, it's gonna get interesting in the SEC world. But in our world, it's Michigan versus Ohio State in a week and a half, and that's where we figure out which one of those 2 teams is gonna make it.
there's another world where things are a little wonky, and that's the Big 12 because when it comes to the Pac-12, sorry, because USC might now be the favorite after this Oregon-Washington game. Oregon goes into this bitch favorite heavy, and they absolutely lost this game by halftime, and not because the score was only 16-10. It's because Bo Nix and Michael Penix, those are the two quarterbacks that, in my head, I said we could see a 700, 800-yard passing game. Bo Nix has been in an absolute roll, and you're getting home Bo. And then home Bo just decided to play like half-ass Auburn Bo Nix, and nothing was generated the entire first half. He had a 1/3 quarter where he made you think for a second that they were going to win this game, and then Washington pulled it off back in the fourth quarter because Penix did have 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. So shut up. That's why you don't do drugs, kids. And fucking Oregon, I'm done betting on you this year. You started just making me think, I'm going to keep winning, and then no. Done. Fuck them. Who has something to say on this game?
It's Oregon. They haven't been good for a while. They tried their hardest, but
No, they have been good.
recent years, they have not been that good.
Okay. I thought you were talking
Since they lost Herbert, I don't think they've been
Since
as relevant.
this season, they were doing good. They were doing their thing, but now it's back to
Baylor doesn't play defense, also. That causes some problems, but I mean, a lot of that division doesn't play great defense sometimes, most of the time, almost all the time. But hey, it's their brand of football.
That's also very true. I don't care that the LSU game was close. That bitch was boring, and we're not talking about it. Alabama,
Fair.
Old Miss, number 9, number 11, 2 high-ranked teams that both aren't very impressive. You want to talk about no defense? How we talk about Bama all fucking year? But they finally showed up in the second half, shutting out Ole Miss to only 7 points to get the comeback win. Everyone was like, oh, my God, the score is 21-14. Here we go, Ole Miss. And then Bama was like, nah, bro, we cannot fucking lose on the road again. So then they pulled off the win, 30-24, in another close game. Does anyone have anything to say about this?
damn Bama. Y'all do not look like the norm of the program.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They're not Bama this year, dude. They're like Notre Dame.
They're fraudulent Bama. But even a fraudulent Bama team still gets top 10 rankings even when they're not that good because it's simply Bama. They can't manage to kick Bama out of the top 10. But this is not the normal Alabama team that we're used to seeing. And I'm all here for it. Saban signed a 10-year giant contract, and I hope that he suffers for at least 8 or 9 of those years.
100%. And then the last thing that I have to touch on, and the only reason why I'm going to touch on it is because as long as Tyler keeps riding USC, I'm going to keep mentioning when USC does what they do. They had Colorado. We knew with a 20-point spread where this was going to lie. They beat them 55-17. But the only reason why I'm pointing this out is because I needed these guys to fucking put up 55 points in the game. I feel like I'm seeing USC and I'm seeing these good teams, and they just fall. They win by like 14, 13 points, and they make these games closer than they need to be. They needed to stomp on somebody's throats, and Colorado
I agree.
had their throats stomped on all year. So
they got on the schedule, and they were like, it's bully week, boys. Just go out there and bully them. And then they were like, all right, cool, coach. All right, we're going to do that. They've been working on too much system shit. He said, all right, just go send the dogs. We're done playing this game. We're not doing this anymore. But I believe that concludes.
Correct. What news do you have
Correct.
in the lineup first, Tycho?
Fantastic. So first, we're going to dive into some hockey news, starting with the World Cup of Hockey not taking place in 2024. It is being pushed back to potentially 2025 now.
They keep teasing us.
Hey, you know what? It's better than forcing it and not being able to put out a good product. Like, what's it called? Where are they hosting the World Cup right now for soccer? Starts with a Q. Cueto, I think.
Qatar.
I'll find out, but I have
Qatar.
no idea.
Qatar. It's in Qatar. Yeah.
Okay.
The people are literally like living in tents. Like they have like tents set up. It's windy and shit. It's fucking horrible. But they paid a shit ton of money to bribe FIFA to have it there. So, you know, some corruption going on. But at the same time, better not to force it like they're forcing it and have a shitty product to where there was a video I saw yesterday where this guy was doing like a news, like, hello, I'm fucking Jim Bob from the news, right? But these security officials, like from the the World Cup or whatever, came over and was like, you can't film. And he's like, what do you mean we can't film? This is public property. He goes, nah, you can't film because we don't know what you might show everybody. So
they want to keep it
better not to force it like that.
I get
So
it, yeah.
I'll take it, but for those of you that are a fan of the World Cup of Hockey, it has been pushed back.
We're
Now-
allowed to be sad.
We are allowed to be sad. It's very, very much okay. But we're going to dive right into the NHL here with the New Jersey Devils, who largely fly under most people's radars, are on fire. They won 10 games in a row now. They're 13-3 on the season. I don't know if there's a 1 or 2 after that in overtime or something. I'm not sure. But 13-3 in regulation this year. Just absolutely on fire. What's it called? Jack Hughes is going nuts and proving that he just needed a couple years to figure out his NHL game. But right now the Devils are on fire. Dylan, Jesse?
Man, they're hot as a camel sack. They are playing great fucking puck. And, I know some guys from New Jersey, so I could rep that. Go Devils.
Man, I don't know shit about puck like I thought I did this year. I was fucking so confused when they were at the top of the division, and then Luke and Tyler were like, why are you so fucking confused? They're going to be good this year. And I'm like, okay, I'll shut up. And then they won 10 in a row. So here's all I'm going to say. I still have my Devils jersey for when I played when I was little. I have to bust that shit out and see if it still fits because it was really big on me.
Oh, you shut the fuck up. If you bust that bitch out, I will smack you across the face.
Hey, man, if they're good, then
Wow, Fuller here coming in. Oh, Dylan, I believe a certain bet was made last week on a certain hockey game that happened on Friday. How did that go for you?
Oh, yeah. I only remember because he texted me, and I didn't even remember the fucking game was happening because he was very invested in it. Wild and Kraken, I assume that the Kraken lost.
Yes, they did.
Hey, it's okay, man. I'll give him his 5. I'll give him his 5.
It's all right. It happens. But on the other side of things, let's head over to Philadelphia,
This
where they
was
just lost to the
amazing.
Washington Commanders. But for anyone that didn't see it, please do yourself a favor. Go look it up and see the John Tortorella interview on the bench during last night's Flyers game. It was incredible. He wanted nothing to do with it. When asked how the team was doing, he said, we suck. And then he said, we suck. We're not forechecking. We need to forecheck. And the guy for ESPN replies, he goes, well, Coach, what do you need to see from your team here on out from, be a little better or improve or whatever? And he goes, forecheck. And then the guy's like, all right, thanks, Coach. And he goes, thanks. And just like rips the fucking headset off. But Torts knows what's up. Fucking Philly, hot garbage. Torts said it. He's the head coach. I'm me. I've said it for a long time. If the head coach agrees with me, I think I'm in the right spot mentally.
You know what's funny is that 2 weeks ago I came on this
You know?
podcast 2 weeks ago when it was the podcast when it was just me, and I announced to the people when they were good that Tortorella came out of a statement and said that he was very proud. He said that he was very proud of his team and how they were performing, and they were doing a lot better than expected. And then now the next time we bring him up, not even 2 weeks later on the podcast, it's Tortorella just shitting on the team. But this is what we expected. It felt weird when I was reading the other one. This shit feels right. This is the Tortorella that I've watched my entire life, Coach.
Yeah,
All right.
he's just that guy. He is just simply that guy. John Tortorella, when he loses his mind, he loses his mind a little bit. But we're going to get into the Puck Luck picks next because we don't have any more news. So Puck Luck picks.
I think that, you want me to be completely honest?
Yeah.
Last time Get to the garbage a must. Speak on the top of my brother's blood. None of these niggas we trust. We cannot question, you know what it was. shit.
All right, we will get right into the puck luck picks, but I have some
I know why
breaking
you're
news.
smiling, Ty.
So we just got word that for anyone that knows, we've been doing beer league, right? For whatever reason, the motherfuckers we're playing beer league with signed us up for D1, which means competitive people that actually want to fucking win. I'm just trying to go and drink beer and have a good time. We got demoted down to D2 because we keep losing.
Yeah.
Low key a dub. So we'll take it. We'll take it. So the
That
game
made
on
my
Friday.
fucking
The game on
day.
Friday is now at 8:15. We get the earlier time slot. That's huge. So we'll take that.
All right, puck luck picks. I got the games here. We got a Wednesday, and a Thursday, and a Friday because I know how Luke does it, and I'm not gonna take him out of his roto because that would just be mean. So
It would be fucked up.
first game Wednesday, 10:00 p.m. We got the Kings and the Oilers. The Kings are 10-7. The Oilers are 9-7, and this game is in Edmonton. Let's fucking go! I'm so sorry, but the guy that I wanted to win Cy Young just won Cy Young. Let's go, Sandy Alcantara. Fuck yeah. Give me your pick.
Is that the Marlins guy?
Yep.
Hey!
Sorry, Jesse, my bad. Kings and Oilers.
You're all good. I'm taking Oilers at home.
Yes, sir. I will ride that with you. I'm taking the Oilers at home. I would also, if I'm you betting at home, parlay that with an alternate over of 5.5 and get yourself a good little amount of money there. Dylan?
I'm gonna take the Kings because every time I see the Kings on a road, they put up fucking 4, 5, 6 goals. They just put up a lot of goals. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. But if you put up a lot of goals in a lot of games, more times that will help you than hurt you. More times that will help you than hurt you. So I'm gonna take the Kings.
Dylan, you little slut. All right, next game.
All right, next game we got. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I already told you this. Fucking the red hot New Jersey Devils tomorrow night at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think we know where this is going.
Devils keep it rolling.
Uh-huh. Yep. Let's ride the hot hand. I'm going to go New Jersey until it's not New Jersey.
I'm going to go New Jersey until it's not New Jersey. All right, you know what? I get that 100%. Oh, fuck
So that's
it.
why exactly why you're riding.
make it
Yep.
sweet. Let's
Uh-huh.
make it sweet.
That's what I thought.
I got to. You know what? I got to. All right. Final game. Got it right here. Wi-Fi is being a bitch on the computer. So we're switching over to the iPhone. Saturday, 8:00. Carolina Hurricanes, Minnesota Wild. Jesse, Wild or home?
I like home teams for hockey a lot, but things happen. And this time, sorry, but I'm not taking the Wild. Taking the Canes.
He's taking the Canes, but I do like what he's getting at, though. I mean, you said this game's on Friday, right?
Saturday, 8:00. There's only one game
Saturday.
on Friday.
Ooh, Saturday, 8:00. You're telling me that the place is going to be packed. It's going to be bumping in Minnesota. It's cold outside, so, you know, they're going to pack that bitch because they love their hockey. And they're going to fucking shit the bed, lose, because Carolina is coming away with this dub. Minnesota, suck my ass.
All right, so everybody knows that I'm a Kraken guy, but they're my number 2 team. We all know this. Number 2, and then number 1 is Carolina Hurricanes. So if there's any team that can avenge my $5 that I now have to give to fucking Fuller for the Wild beating the Kraken, it's the Canes. So make it another sweep and give me Carolina.
Wow, is that a 3-way sweep?
That's a
No.
3-way sweep for
That's
me
a-
and you, at least.
Yeah.
For you guys, yeah. You're on
Yeah.
some Luke and Ty shit. You're just
That's a good
throwing
place
it
to
for
be,
Luke.
Jesse. Based on past events, that's a good place to be.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but
You're not
can't
winning
lie.
first.
where you
You
want to be.
can't tell me that I wasn't making my picks. No, it's I'm first.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
100%.
All right, Dylan, that leaves us with the NBA update. So let's dive right into the NBA update. Why don't we do that?
Sounds
The
good.
first thing is first. we obviously have to talk about the most important news first and get that out of the way. So let's start with the most important news. Bang Bros makes another bid on the Miami Heat arena. This is not the first time they've tried to do this, and this may or may not be the last time they try to do this. But yet again, they have tried to do it because they want it to be the Bang Bros Center, also known as BBC.
Give me the Bang Bros Center. I will go there the day it's made. Fuck this crypto arena, high energy field, all this bullshit. Nah, give me Bang Bros Center. That's what I need. I need Bang Bros Arena.
Hey, Dylan, Jesse, do you think that the audience can tell that Dylan's been single for a long time?
Yes, they
Because
can.
he needs Bang Bros Arena?
Something's wrong with him.
All right.
Hey, 4 years, it's McDilly on Twitter. Like, Dylan Domzalski, the ad is just McDilly. It's like Oliver. Nah, actually, my dog is my profile. Instagram, it's just Dylan Domzalski. Please, bro.
This is sad. This is sad. I can't let this happen. I can't let this happen. It's a call for help.
That's what I thought.
Dylan.
I don't know what to do anymore, guys. I've tried it all, but I'm not hitting Tinder. That's the one thing that I haven't done. Now that I think about it,
You need to put that in a briefcase and walk up out of here.
isn't the girl Luke's talking to right now off Tinder?
Rawr.
That's not what we're gonna do here. We're not gonna throw that out there with no.
All right, what's the next piece of basketball news we got to
The
get?
next piece of basketball news we got is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, currently averaging 4 points per game. Anybody in the league? Fuck you, Dylan. You goddamn.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
I just can't.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have a Twitter in like.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I'm gonna have Tinder in like 24 hours. It's gonna be great. All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been balling, and he's been averaging 31.1 points per game. He has been averaging more points than DeMar DeRozan, Devin Booker, Trae Young, John Morant, Kevin Durant. He's been playing top ball for a team that hasn't been playing top ball overall.
No, he's been hooping all by himself at minimum.
Oh, 100%. He's been hooping all by himself, and at the same time, you got the pieces. The Chet injury makes me mad because I feel like if Chet were to be in a position where we were to find out if he's a baller or not, this is a great spot because you have your PG1 who's going off. So if you guys were actually going to be a playing contender, if you had a Chet that was balling, you could definitely be it. You get Dort heating up. You don't have the worst squad. You know what I mean? So it really makes me mad that he's out because I feel like it'd be a great first proven year for him.
Yeah,
So
it would.
that makes me a little angry. But I believe the next player that we have to get into is Joel Embiid. Because this man, Joel Embiid, dropped a 59-point, 11 rebound, 8 assist, 7 block game. Career high. 5th most in Philly history. He owns the fucking Jazz. When you live in Utah and you have to think to yourself, who really runs the city? Joel has the key.
Bro, not only do they not have Gobert anymore, there's no one tall enough or no one to really work with him.
No.
He's eating all game.
Who's going to fucking step up? Jordan Clarkson?
No one. There's no one to step up. It's easy money.
It's bad, man. But you got to give Joel props. I mean, man, top
Love
3 in the
healthy
league
Joel.
last year.
Love
doing
healthy
this
Joel.
year. With Harden out, this is the shit he was on last year without Harden. With Harden out, he's right back on it. He's right back fucking on it. Here, piece of shit for that. But next thing we got to get into because
You dissing Chet? You dissing my boy Chet? Slender Chet, baby.
Chet is in a poor Chet. You know what else? You know what else I feel bad for? Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets. And
Kevin Durant said it the best. Favorite said it best.
We're gonna talk about the Brooklyn Nets, but we're actually gonna talk about the Kings because
Needs to get some more hair in his head.
he does. The Sacramento Kings dropped 153 points on the Nets the other day. Terrence Davis led the way with 31 points off the bench. They won 153 to 121. This is also the Sacramento Kings' fourth win of the year. And De'Aaron Fox, who is also on that team, has been the most clutch player this season statistically with 42 total clutch points. He leads in that. He also leads in his field goal percentage, 64%, his three-point percentage, 57%, and his free throw percentage in 100%, all in 20 clutch minutes of basketball.
Rawr.
Are the Kings good?
Kings are solid.
Are they? Because I'm not used to them ever being okay.
I mean,
I'm used to De'Aaron Fox.
they're 7 and
Buddy Hield.
they're straight. You know, like they're over 5. You know, they're
Not
over
the
500.
Pistons.
No.
They have that going for them. They're not.
They're
us.
not the Pistons. I don't want to be the Pistons right now.
Nobody does, Dylan.
I would rather be the Kings.
I'd rather be in the G League.
Yeah, that's very true. But the Kings, man, solid ball. And I wouldn't be able to be in the G League. I wouldn't watch. But yeah, that's all I got to talk about for NBA ball. But I do have a little bit of college ball because it's about time we talk about our damn Spartans, bro. They went on the boat with number 1 Gonzaga. We're winning most of that game. Lost by 1 point. They come into Kentucky. They fucking beat them, number 4, when we're unranked. The people were looking at it like, these are the 2 games. We have the number 8 seed and the number 7 seed and the number 4 seed against an unranked team. We're not stupid, people. Izzo knows how to coach. This recruiting class was a top class. AJ Hoggard's been playing like a fucking dog. MSU's balling. And I'm trying not to get too excited because it's only been 3 games, but when it's Kentucky and Gonzaga, I feel like I'm allowed to get excited. Did you see the play at the end of overtime by Izzo, this fucking genius? He's a genius, man, who comes up with this play to send it into double overtime to tie it back up. It was perfect. But yeah, got to talk about MSU. Had to.
Beautiful.
Tyler, do you have anything to say? I know you like the Spartans.
Go Green.
Go White. All right. Now we can get into downtown cash picks because I don't think there's any other basketball news. So, Tyler, we'll bring you right back in here.
Look at me. Hey, it's me again.
Oh my God, it's Tyler.
Oh my God, it's that one guy. Oh no, it's just me. All right, let's go.
All right, game 1. Let's just start it off. Cavaliers 8-5, playing some pretty damn good ball, but they have lost 3 of their last 5. Are going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. The spread is Milwaukee -2. We'll start with Ty.
Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks minus all 2 of those points. Give me Milwaukee. They're really fucking good this year. I think Milwaukee's going to be a contender for the ship again. Give me Milwaukee.
Jesse?
You're going to take Cleveland with the upset. I don't think Giannis is going to have the easiest time getting into the paint.
Who's guarding them?
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley.
It'll be
Good
a team
luck.
of those 2.
The Twin Towers.
They'll do their thing, and I'm going to take that plus 2.5.
Nah, there ain't no
Money
half
line.
in there, boy.
Oh, either way, same difference.
Take that money line.
I
Think
am.
they're going to win? Huh?
Give me
It's
Cleveland.
2 points. Take the money line.
I know.
Yeah.
Watch, it's going to be a 1 point. It's going to be a 1 point loss.
It's
Darius
not.
Garland was on the
You
line.
can yell at me, but take the fucking money line. Do it. Just balls deep. Just do it.
Been there,
Okay.
done that.
All right.
What are you taking?
I am going to look at. You know what, Jesse? I'll fucking ride the Cavs with you. Donovan Mitchell is averaging more.
Oh.
Donovan Mitchell's averaging more than Giannis is, and all around the team has been playing better team ball than the Bucks have. Okay. Next game we got. Once again, I got to do another game today because, hey man, I know how you guys feel about these spreads, and you like them now. So, Phoenix Suns at home against the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are 0-7 on the road.
Bro, it don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. The Warriors are winning this game because Jordan Poole is taking the spot of Klay Thompson. What Klay Thompson used to be and what he's supposed to do in the mind of all these Warriors fans that watched Curry and Klay, nah, it's Poole time, all right? Everyone's jumping in the pool
Splash.
because he's better than Klay. You know where Klay is when you go in the water? When you get in the pool? It's at the bottom. Klay's at the bottom. But all that Poole, that's what you want. And I'm taking Poole and the Warriors against the Phoenix Suns.
Jesse.
Give me the Suns.
I got to agree with you.
I don't even like taking them. I'm going to be honest. I really don't
Me
want
neither. You want to know why? I'm just say this. I'm only taking them because statistics should make sense. If the Suns are really 6-1 at home and the Warriors are 0-7, and the way that fucking Steph Curry and Klay Thompson have been playing on the road continues to play against the way Devin Booker's been playing at home, it shouldn't be a game.
No, but the last time they played, it was intense.
Bro, it's almost
It
always
always
a
is.
game.
It's always a
Emotions
game.
flared
That's why the spread's at 2.
Exactly. And
guess
that's
what?
why you can't take into effect that the Warriors are 0 whatever on the road.
No.
You think the Warriors are just never going to win
I need
a
to
road
say this.
game?
Golden State's favored.
Hey, as they should be. Better team. I'm taking
Golden
the money
State
line
should
now.
win.
I'm taking no points.
So, okay, Jesse, who are you really taking? It sounds like you might want to change your mind on that Suns pick because
When I watched that game, if they didn't make like 2 mistakes, oh my God, whole nother game.
do you want me to switch this bitch to Warriors?
Where are you at?
Yes, switch it to the Warriors.
Got you.
Hey, we brought him over to the dark side.
I'm not gonna let this man sit here and just drive himself insane.
Bro, I'm sitting here
He
going,
will watch that whole game and just be mad at himself. I already know. All right. I want to give you another spread, so I have to give you a Thursday game. The thing about the Thursday games are, oh mama. So we're just
Okay. Oh,
we're
God.
just gonna hit you. We're just gonna hit you with the lowest spread because in my opinion, I think this is gonna be the most competitive game.
Okay.
Brooklyn Nets, Portland Trailblazers. Portland -2.5 against the Nets, who, I'll give you a stat, without Kyrie, have the #1 defense in the NBA.
give me the Blazers.
Yeah, bro.
Jeremy Grant and Dame have been balling together.
Yeah, bro. I'm not taking the Nets. No. Give me the Blazers. I can't take the Nets. I'll take
See,
the
but-
points too.
My thing is I took the Nets last time, and I said to myself, if they hit, I'll trust them. If they don't, then I won't. And they
You
hit,
can't just play this game with every team.
and I won't. So I'm sweeping the Blazers. Take me to Portland and take me all night. I'm going to Portland, and I'm taking the Blazers. That's another sweep for the boys. That's 3 sweeps in total in both picks. Hey, man, if things go the way that they should go, we should all be happy at the end.
I mean, you'll be 2-1.
Yeah, I mean you'll be 5-1 at the end of the day, but like everyone will be relatively happy except for you who should have rode the first pick, but it's whatever. Because you didn't. So hey, you know what? Past is the past. It doesn't matter anymore.
Just a second.
man.
But there are a few tadbits, little tiny pieces of MLB news with some awards being handed out and some Yasiel Puig shit as well as a funky little Russell Wilson stat that I don't know if Dylan knew I had in here, but I do want to talk about ML portion of the final round podcast here.
Oh, I saw
So-
this.
I wanted to talk about the players that were drafted after Russell Wilson got drafted. Okay, this shit's just mind-boggling. So Russell Wilson got drafted to the Colorado Rockies, 140th overall in the 2010 MLB draft. 140, right? Not like too high up there, but Who got drafted after Russell Wilson, you ask? Well, I'll tell you right now. First up, we have Jacob deGrom, 272nd overall to the Mets. Next, we have Jock Peterson, 352nd overall to the Dodgers.
Dog.
Next up, Chris Bryant, 546th overall to the Blue Jays.
Dog.
And finally, Aaron Judge, 935th overall to the Athletics.
People forget that Judge was a Brady situation. Everybody thought this motherfucker was all bark, no bite coming into the league. And then he came into the minors and said, look at me. I can hit balls farther than fucking anybody. And then started doing it on a consistent basis. The Yankees went, he could hit a lot of home runs at Yankee Stadium. Fucking worked out a trade with the Athletics. Obviously, Judge wasn't the main player they wanted in that trade. But looking back on it, it all fucking worked out. Daisy thinks it's hilarious. Because it is. It is funny. Those are 4 dogs. I mean, you have arguably the best pitcher in the league right now, the best hitter in the league right now, both on that list.
For sure.
That's insane.
Shout out Luke. He's sick today. If you guys want to know.
Yeah, that's why he ain't here. Trust me.
But he's here though. He's here.
He is here. All right. Let's get into a couple awards that we have announced. AL Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez, A-Rod. Ain't nobody thought anything different was going to happen. He had 28 homers his rookie year. He is the main man that is supposed to lead this team into bigger and better things. I just have to do it because speaking of that team and leading to bigger and better things, the transition was sitting on a silver platter, and I had to eat that bitch up. Teoscar Hernandez from the fucking... All right, you know what? I was going to rant, but I'm doing it. Fuck. All right, so you're telling me that I had to see this shit. Oh, my God, I lost my mind. The team that swept us in the fucking playoffs just took our all-star outfielder for a bag of chips. Dog, why? I'm sorry. I'm good. But it's very frustrating. They just knocked us out of the playoffs. They swept us. They honestly embarrassed us with that 8-run comeback in the playoffs that I will never, ever forget being a Blue Jays fan. Now Teoscar Hernandez goes over with A-Rod in Seattle. That's very good for the Mariners. They're going to have a great time smashing home runs together. The Blue Jays need to get to work this offseason because fuck. Justy, thoughts on the trade?
I did not see something like this happening. And wow. That's a shame for the Blue Jays. He did nice things for them. He'll do nice things.
Yeah, he did. In that game I'm literally talking about, he had 2 of the homers. Also, another piece of news that I'm going to talk about, because I know Tyler doesn't have it, but it was announced a little bit before, and I just got to reiterate. Sandy Alcantara, he took home the National League Cy Young. He is the Marlins' first winner after tossing 6 complete games over 228 innings pitched. I said in the middle of the year, give me Sandy for Cy Young. Tyler was on board. Jesse was on board. Thank God the fucking MLB was on board as well. And Sandy got his Cy Young.
Well deserved.
100%. All right. Last thing I got here, because Yasiel Puig, he just loves to get into some dumb shit, man. Even when he's playing over in the fucking Mexican league, the Korean baseball league. That's where he was last year. You remember when Puig ran a motherfucker with a bat? We talked about it about a year ago on the podcast. You know, he's a little crazy. So this time, Yasiel, the former MLB star, agrees to a plea deal after lying to law enforcement about an involvement in illegal gambling operation. It turns out that Puig was doing over 3 months of illegal gambling in Korea, and now he's facing a little bit of backlash. And by backlash, I mean he's arrested. That's what I mean. Puig got arrested for illegal gambling in Korea.
Was he gambling on baseball?
Yes.
And then like gambling on the games he was playing in?
I don't think that they were the games he was playing in, but I think it was his league.
Oh no.
So it's like if
it's literally the fucker from it's Calvin Ridley. I was gonna say the fucker from Atlanta, but who did he get traded to?
Calvin was injured. He got traded to the Jags.
Calvin just got traded to the Jags.
Yeah.
They pre-ordered him.
They
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, I have nothing.
he said they pre-ordered that man.
He did. He's sitting
They
there
ain't
just
getting him
waiting for
anytime
use.
soon, but they'll get him next year,
Just waiting for use.
Man, they're
Right
still
when
getting
he
the bugs out and shit.
right when he
All right.
drops.
I got no more news, which means that nobody else, I believe, has anything else. So I'm gonna
That's
close
crazy.
this bitch
You
out.
assume just because you don't have any that know how.
All right, you know
Thinking
what?
the Same
I'm sorry,
fucking
I'm
thing
sorry,
over
Jesse.
here.
Let's hear it, Jesse. What more do you
I
have?
don't know. What's that? I got nothing, but I just had to.
No, look, someone had to, Jesse. Someone had to. I was thinking it too.
It was ridiculous. I just felt like it
I was like, oh,
was
Dylan's out of news,
Every
so
time-
we're out of
Alright, let me
news?
tell
Since
you
when
why.
is that
You
the
know-
fucking way
you
things
know, it's
operate?
in my head.
Here's-
You know what's in my
here's
mental?
why. Every game or every segment, I say, anyone else got anything else? And everyone just goes, nope. So this time, I took it upon myself to not even ask, and then everyone got mad. So I will continue to ask and let you say no. I apologize.
Maybe I want to
Tyler,
tell
do
people
you have
about
anything
Adesanya.
else to add? Next time,
All right,
that
Dylan,
we-
get us the fuck out of here, man.
Next time that we will talk to you people is Friday. We're just going to say 6 o'clock right now. 6 o'clock is when we should see you on Friday. Fucking, you'll get your NFL preview. You'll get your college football preview. Hopefully Luke's going to be there. We'll talk to you next time. Peace!
This is absolutely relevant to everything, but Izzy also got arrested today at the JFK airport in New York for possession of brass knuckles. Have a great fucking night, everybody. Take care.